Good evening. Are we on the internet?
Maybe.
Well, we are maybe on the internet. Good evening. Welcome to Talks Machina. I am the host, Brian Wayne Foster, and tonight we will be discussing episode 91 of Critical Role, entitled New City Who Dis. We'll also be giving out our GIF and Fan Art of the Week prizes and answering your questions with my guests, Pike, Grog, Scanlon, rest in peace, Keyleth, Vax, Vex, and Percy. Then later, Marisha Ray and Matthew Mercer will join us. All that and more tonight on Talks Machina. Hit it, Denise. We're back. Welcome. Welcome to the same show. Tonight, we're going to begin with some announcements before I introduce my esteemed guests, and then Matt and Marisha. Up first, WonderCon is this weekend, Saturday, WonderCon, April 1st, 2 to 3 p.m. in the main arena. We are doing Talks Machina Live. We're going to do an hour panel with everybody from the cast, minus Ashley, of course, because she's filming the last episode of Blind Spots, and then she'll be back for a little while and back on Critical Role, where we like her to be. We're not doing a signing because there wasn't enough time to get the schedule right and make sure we could do it the way that we like to do it. So there's not going to be a signing. However, let us know if you are doing a critter meetup, and some of us might come surprise you. If there's going to be cosplay, let us know too. There's also a cosplay meetup at 11 a.m.
Yes.
At
the Fountain.
The Fountain.
Yeah, in front of the convention center.
Go to the Fountain at 11 a.m. Saturday.
And just stand around until the guy pulls up in the van.
So the guy pulls up in the van.
And then get in it. Don't ask any questions.
Now, should they eat the candy or throw the candy away?
100% eat the candy.
All right, use the hashtag eat the candy. Now, we are not streaming the panel live at WonderCon. However, next Tuesday night in our time slot, you will be able to watch in its entirety, hopefully, in its entirety. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Next Tuesday, 7 p.m., Twitch and Alpha. Watch the entire WonderCon panel. Plus, we'll have some special little segments that we're going to shoot at WonderCon. Please check it out. Next, Critter videos you guys sent in for What Does Critical Role Mean to Me? We made the extended version. It's out now. Danny, our associate producer, is going to tweet a link to it now. Yay! We did it. Maybe. It's on the Geek and Sundry website. I put a little special note in there for all of you that sent in videos. Thank you guys so much for sending those in. It's a really good video. We're really proud of it. We're really proud of you guys for having the courage to send it in. Check out the note that I wrote at the beginning there on the site. And then remember, if your video didn't make it, it's because we either didn't receive it or it was messed up in transmission or audio issues. There's a number of things that could have gone wrong. But it's the very first opportunity you're going to have of many to send in videos to us on a number of subjects. The next subject will be 2020 election. That's not true.
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't either. We're not going to. Oh, there's a survey. There's a survey online. There's a link that's going to go up on the screen. Denise, right now. There it is. That link will take you to a survey. We want to know more about the people who watch Critical Role. Help us better understand who our audience is. Survey can be taken there. It will end on April 18th, so make sure to do it before then. I'm told it takes about, how many minutes? 2? 4? People that can't count are telling me numbers I don't understand. It's probably pretty short. Who's your favorite host of the after show? Who's your favorite future host of the after show? And finally, Sam's crippling IBS has come to an end. Gods be praised. we have a winner for the dice giveaway. You can laugh. It's a refreshing sound on this show. Okay, we received hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hashtags of Sam's Crippling IBS. Gave me a wonderful weekend.
What a gift.
We are giving away this. Now, this is going to cost about $1 billion to ship. Ooh. That's how much we love you. Winner of this die, made by Jill the Blocksmith, none other than Mr. Mac Robertson, a.k.a. Doc Flinch 74. That is an incredible placement. I asked to send me your favorite or luckiest or whatever D20. He found this photograph. Sam Riegel. Wow. So thank you, Mac. Thank you to everyone who submitted. Remember, we're going to do a lot more contests like that with a lot more hashtags. Hopefully we'll find some that are in better taste. Probably not. Please welcome our friends at Fan Friction Films, my first guests. All right. Guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
And for sitting there for 20 minutes while I did that.
You know, it's chill.
You guys look so great. We have a bunch of questions from the community we're going to ask you. Now, you guys will be at the meetup at 11.
I'm actually hosting it, and I'm going to tweet out from the Fan Friction Twitter.
Which is? Tell everyone.
Which is Fan Friction Film, because Twitter doesn't let you have enough letters in your username.
They cap it off now?
Yeah, it's dumb. So we're one film. But I'm going to tweet out the link to the meetup on Facebook. So if you're interested, come join us.
Twitter thought your first film was good enough. You didn't need any others.
I mean, hopefully, like, we keep getting better, but you know.
Hey, we're going to find out tonight.
Ooh.
And you guys are here to debut a music video.
We are.
You shot.
Yes.
All put together yourselves. And we're going to show it right after this.
Yeah.
Series of questions.
When you say that, like staring at me, I'm like really uncomfortable now.
You're the third person to say that to me today.
I really, only 3.
I've been here all day.
Okay, all right,
Most people
fair.
don't talk to me. The first 2 were Denise. No, I'm kidding. Third was Marisha. Guys, Jayhawk1225 wants to know, for our friends at FFF, how did you get into cosplay?
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna pass this on.
Introduce yourself, please, as you take the Bob Barker Price is Right microphone / baseball bat.
I'm Brandon, and if you guys were wondering who this is we brought our own Denise, actually.
Yes.
This is my wife, Denise.
Hello.
And we
Not
got into
affiliated
cosplay.
with our Denise.
Exactly. We had to bring our own. We had to bring our whole Vox Machina group, including Denise.
I love it.
Thank you.
I love it.
Oh, we met because before we even went on our first date, he agreed to cosplay as my Gambit. I told him I wanted to do a 90s rogue, and he was down for it.
Yes.
I'm like, he's a huge dork. Let's go on a date.
Yes.
Which is why I put a ring on it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
On that first date too, probably,
Exactly.
right?
That
Yes.
wasn't creepy at all.
I love that. So that's how you. So is it similar story for you guys? You all went on a first date, and then a beautiful person told you that.
Well, Deanna and I are also a couple. My name's Buckle. That's Deanna.
What's up, Buckle? What's up, Deanna?
And we actually went to high school together in
Really?
Oklahoma. Yeah.
In Oklahoma, whereabouts?
Tulsa. And there's a lot of Tulsans watching tonight, so hi.
Hi, Tulsa.
They have no idea what this show is about.
Really?
They're just here because they love us.
So am I.
So thank you guys.
Love you too.
Anyway,
Awesome.
we had a club, a geek club in high school, and I decided I wanted to cosplay. And I said, anybody else interested? And 13 people ran up to me. And at the time, Kingdom Hearts was new, so we obviously did Organization 13.
Yes.
You don't just have 13 cosplayers and not.
That's
and
a sign.
it's been a whirlwind ever since.
Wow.
And then 10 years later, you're here. And then 10 years later, we're here.
That was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Similar for the rest of you guys, pretty much?
Hey,
High
like-
school age, maybe younger?
I think with the exception of Elizabeth, yeah, she's only been doing it for 4 years. Yeah. Arkeelith.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I met
I know
Elizabeth
you know.
earlier. I'm kidding. I was wondering if there was going to be some crazy, but then it's just too hard to get around. You can't get under the doors, you know?
I feel like her antlers are a perfectly respectable size.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You don't like my
No, oh God, no. I love the antlers. I was just saying, it's nice you don't have some crazy, big, crazy thing that's gonna make you fall into some lava or something. It's not dangerous. No, I love it. You guys look amazing. Up next, Mooglefish. You guys know Mooglefish.
Oh, yeah, best friends forever, definitely.
Guys, how did you find Critical Role, and what characters' moments would you like to capture in the future?
Well, I can take the second part of the question. We have a lot of stuff that we wanted to do in the video. Like, we wanted to do more gags, really. We wanted to make fun of Pike can never roll well on a stealth check and things like that. But with the nature of a music video, you are kind of married to, you're married to telling a story through the song, and so you can't detour too much or it just gets busy. So I think we'd definitely like to do more just fun character moments. We are also planning more videos that aren't just Critical Role stuff too, though. We have more D&D stuff, maybe some Adventure Zone coming up, but we definitely want to do more with these costumes because we have them and it was so much fun to shoot this.
I bet.
So if somebody else would like to take,
Yeah, about how you guys found Critical Role.
Yeah, Critical Role was kind of one of those things that a bunch of my friends talked about that I never really had time to get into properly until about a year ago, and then suddenly I got into it, suddenly realized this is the game that I always wanted to play, and then made a bunch of new friends from it, and got all of my other friends into it with me.
Yeah.
It snowballed into that one, and then all of these, except for you two, who I met a month ago.
Yeah.
But you're wonderful.
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's come together that recently then.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually met them all on that. I met them all on that Big Bear photo shoot that we did.
Awesome.
I met Kate at a con before, but then she invited me to that Big Bear photo shoot. Yeah.
And then you were like, what did I sign up for? 10 hours of makeup to play Grog.
He drove up in this enormous pickup truck in Grog makeup, and it was like the AU that we suddenly needed.
Yes, absolutely.
We had 4 cars on the shoot, and so we had walkie-talkies in each car because we were going up in the mountains. There's no cell service up there.
And it was snowy at the time, probably
yeah, it was
too,
snowy,
right? Yeah.
and so we're all on walkies, talking back and forth to each other, hey, we're gonna turn off here, whatever. And he freaking gets on the mic in a Grog voice, just answers, and I don't know about every other car, but the car that I was in, just burst into laughter. It was like dangerous amounts of it, actually.
Yeah. What did you say? Do you remember? Do it. Do
Not
the
really,
voice.
but I mean, I got my buddy Pike here and stuff.
Yes.
And, yeah. Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Matt, we can finally get rid of Travis. Okay, we got to keep going. We got so many questions for you guys. This is from Betrayer Mordred.
Wow.
Is that a Dark Tower reference? If it is, I'm kissing you if you're coming to WonderCon. Nah, maybe. Could be Dark Tower. Could be Dark Tower. There's a Mordred in Dark Tower,
There's
too.
a
I'm not going to fight you. I'm
brewing
terrified.
For anybody who can't hear because I have the mic.
Oh, that's true. I forgot
Keelan
about
is
that.
going to fight
Sorry,
Brian
Elizabeth.
after the show.
Sorry, Elizabeth.
Stay tuned for.
Got to have Alpha to watch.
Yeah.
Up next, question from Betrayer Mordred.
Cool.
From King Arthur, says Elizabeth. How long did it take each of you to come up with the right costume? Are you cosplaying as your favorite Vox Machina members, or did certain people fit the bill?
So, funny story. Because there are 8 of us on this set right now, if we all answered that question, it would take forever.
Let's do it.
But the question of how the cast happened was sort of funny because I decided I was going to make a Vex costume, and we have a photographer friend who actually, when our video goes up on YouTube, he is the photographer that took our cover photo, and he's the one who took all the photos that Vox Machina actually tweeted out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's Cold Blue Sky Photography. That's one word.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. And so he wanted to shoot my costume, and was like, "Hey, we should invite some people and do a location shoot." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down for this."
Yeah.
And I'm sort of looking around at all of my friends, and I'm like, how many people can I get into Critical Role cosplay
Yeah.
really, really, really fast? So I was sort of like, hey, so I'm putting together a Crit Role group and we have like a lot of people, but you know, you should just be Vax. Hey, you know, hey Grog, I know we just met once for like
Yeah.
15 minutes at
Yeah.
a convention last fall, but Brandon, you want to come up to a mountain with a bunch of people you've never met before?
He obviously did. He obviously did.
With your baby.
With your baby.
But
Baby as in wife?
baby
or
as in
baby?
wife.
Oh, okay. Okay. Both babies.
But yeah, like it was a little less conniving than that.
Yeah.
But it was very much like a lot of people all were like, hey, you're doing this crit roll thing, that looks cool. And it just so happened that we got kind of like a perfect casting because
Yeah.
everybody was so enthused about the character that they ended up cosplaying. And like, so I mean, like I think it's like half of us are the character that we're like, yeah, that's my favorite, and the
Yeah.
other half are just like, well, I just really love the hell out of that person. But
I just
That's
love that
cool.
nobody wanted to be Terry. I just think
okay,
that's great.
can we-
No,
can we-
you probably planned this before Terry even
Legitimately,
was a thing, right?
legitimately,
Why does everyone want to fight me? I love
don't know.
you guys.
legitimately, a week after I had conned Will into being Scanlan, freaking Scanlan dies. And I'm sitting there like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, how am I gonna, what am I gonna
I
do?
know, yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
it's I don't know, it's Matt's fault maybe. Like
It is a Dice's fault.
Matt's yelling
Yeah,
at me
exactly. Okay. No, I don't like that one. What part or place, this is from Baywarden, one of my beloveds, what part, piece of each of your costumes are your personal favorites? Also, do you guys have any tips and tricks for people who want to cosplay but aren't super talented crafting-wise? Aren't as talented, I should say.
Well, we actually took a poll before the show about what our collective favorite piece was, and we decided that it is Scanlan's pants because they are
Yeah, come over. Yeah, there you go.
they're the
There you
single
go,
most
yeah.
voluminous garment I have ever
Yeah.
seen, and we
Those
all
are-
adore them.
Wow.
So these are our favorites.
Yeah, I love it. And the flute is so cool.
So that is the Vox
careful.
Machina pick of favorite thing you see in front of you.
Man,
they're incredible.
And
yeah.
as for how to get into cosplay, if you're pretty new to it, it's really important to remember that we were all new to it too. Like, we're pretty polished right now, but we've been doing this for 2 years, 4 years, 10 plus years. And every skill involved in cosplay is something you learn. Nobody's innate and
Yeah.
born with it. We all learned with this. So I think the key to getting into cosplay and reaching a skill level that you want to strive for is just trying, learning something new, and really not being afraid to fail and not being afraid to make mistakes, because mistakes are just how you learn.
Yeah.
And you will get better and you will see such improvement. So just don't be scared. Just jump in, give it a try, Google, ask questions, ask other cosplayers. You can ask any of us. We all have blogs that you can stop by and drop us questions. So just try.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys help each other out too, right? Because some of you have more experience than others.
Yeah, and we all have different skill sets too. Like, some of us specialize in armor or sewing or prop making. And so just being able to have a group of people that you can kick ideas off of and people with different specialities, it's really helpful for even us to ask questions of people.
You guys have all the bases covered. Like nothing is really lacking in the costume, the makeup, the props. I'm just trying to not get beat up. Just trying to not get beat up.
I'm not gonna beat you up.
Meet me in the parking lot after dark.
While you have the mic, Elizabeth.
Yes.
Question for you from Katie KR428. How did you make your staff and headpiece that I love so much personally?
Thank you. Maybe I won't fight you.
Please don't. I'm quite fragile.
They are both, let's see, what's the best way to show it off? There we go. They're both primarily Worbla. And Worbla, if you don't know, is thermoplastic. It starts out rigid and you heat it up and it becomes movable and sculptable. So the base of the staff, the brown parts are willow branches, but all the gold in the leaves are all Worbla that's been hand sculpted and
That is
painted.
so cool.
And same with the crown. The crown has a base of foam, but at the top it's Worbla and the antlers are sculpted Bondo actually. So Bondo and Worbla. As you can tell, prop making is my specialty.
Yes. Wow, that's so much detail. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Man. Do you want like a dice bag or something?
Sure.
Okay. You win our prop of the week.
Aww, thanks.
Congratulations.
You've just bribed me out of fighting you later.
That was my intention. Okay, 2 more questions. This from Lady Whimsy.
Hey.
How cold was it actually? And KG, were you freezing your butts off? Amazing work.
Okay, so we know who needs to answer this one.
Yes, we do.
Is it because I'm shirtless?
Yeah, probably.
Actually, I didn't survive it. These guys had to revivify me. No, just kidding.
Oh, interesting.
It's pretty much you
The
just
old
gotta
Big Bear revivify.
you just gotta reptile it and just sit in the sun and just take it. Especially this one, as you see, she was almost just as bad as me. I feel like the paint really locks in the heat for me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it helped that our photographer, Cold Blue Sky, he's done outdoor shoots with us before, so he pitched a tent, had heat, we had food, so it's really a team effort that, like, they put up with our whining too. The entire group just dealt with us being cold and useless, and I went and sat in the car. And Buckle can talk about the troubles of filming in the cold, because I think she had a harder job, actually.
Tell me everything at once.
Well, it's always hard in the snow because snow is just exhausting and freezing, and you're all wearing costumes that weren't necessarily made to be cold. But for me, the hard thing is when you're operating the camera, you can't really look down. You're busy looking at the screen.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, someone had been to the mountain before we got there, and the snow had refroze. So there were these 1.5 deep holes in the ground as I'm wandering around blind. And I know I fell because I have footage of me falling, and all of these assholes laughing at me. You can see their faces laughing as I bite it.
Did you bring that footage? Did
I
you
didn't
bring us
bring
that
it.
footage?
Oh, the two.
Is there going to be a
We
blooper
definitely
reel?
don't have that footage, but we can make it available for the right price.
No, we cannot. Anyway, we called them gnome holes.
What if we give you Denise? Our Denise, you already have one.
We called them gnome holes because we realized if we stuck the gnomes in the footprints, they were the right height.
We were about a foot lower.
Hey, that's a
Yeah.
great idea.
But then that just meant every time someone fell, which happened a lot, you would just get this screaming, echoing shout of gnome holes! Gnome holes!
Did anybody drive by going like, what the?
Yeah, some very confused Asian tourists.
Yeah, I bet. Did they take pictures? Yeah,
We,
'cause I would. If I saw you guys, I would be out there with my phone, just out of context, no idea what that is.
We actually got stopped by a park ranger too. Well, technically it wasn't us. He was trying to tell some other guy to move his car, but he like sat in his car like looking at us. So I went up to be like, "Is everything okay, sir? You know, like are we all right?" And he's like, "What are y'all doing out here?" I was like, well, we're filming a music video." And he goes, "Well, you sure did pick a pretty location."
Oh, that's cool.
And then just kind of left. And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Wouldn't it be funny if
fine."
he pulled up in some truck and he was like, "Hey," and then you guys were like, "Oh no," he goes, "That's not what Vax's wings look like." He's one of those like persnickety people.
Oh no.
Well, okay, we have one more.
Matt, do you know how much feathers cost?
Oh my gosh.
I do, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, last question is from some person.
All right, cool.
Zoso Colossus. Did I say it right? Is that why I'm getting cheered? Thank you. Apparently it's Denise's account. So, Fran Friction. Somebody hates me on these cards. What about the show inspires you the most? Not this one, obviously, Critical Role.
Yeah, here.
Let Scanlon answer a question at some point too.
Oh, well, that's... I'm the bad fan here. Because Kate sent me a message as she was press ganging this group together.
Yes.
And the message said, "Will I find myself in need of a bard?" And I said, yes. And then I said, "Is this a Critical Role thing?"
Yes.
So I made this costume while starting to watch Critical Role.
No way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Dude.
And thankfully ended up liking it.
Yeah, right? Oh my God. That would have been nuts.
More or less. Yeah.
We've been really good.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't made him dress up like Terry either, so that's also a plus.
That's his name.
Yeah, because this costume was in progress.
Yeah.
So that was not going to happen. Might happen in the future.
Yeah. What about the rest of you guys? What inspires you the most about the show?
Well, for me, it was a lot of the storytelling, and I do comics. for freelance. So storytelling is kind of my passion through both artwork and costumes. So Matt, your story is amazing, and I've gotten so just enthralled. And it used to just be kind of background, like not noise, but like stuff that I would have on while I was sewing, while I was working, and every now and then I would just kind of turn around and be like, just glued to my laptop, and it was just amazing. And these characters that I've grown to love so much, and they're just like flawed, really human people.
Yeah.
And that's what's so, I don't know, really attracts my attention.
There's a little something of all of us in almost every character, I feel like. Yeah.
What I really like you guys is like I'm pretty new to Critical Role. I've only been into it for a couple of months, but I really love the fan community.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly wonderful, supportive, awesome fan community that I wasn't expecting, because I've come in from other different kinds of fan communities, and it's just across the board, just amazing.
Yeah.
I think that's really what keeps me really into the show, I think.
You're
Besides,
not the
of course,
only one, yeah.
Matt's awesome storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah, we hear that a lot.
Well, and of course, Deanna and I are podcasters. We have a podcast about mythology called What Say the Oracle. So
called What Say the Oracle.
What Say the Oracle.
Find it on iTunes, where?
Yeah, wherever,
Find it where?
Stitcher, whatever.
Wherever.
And so whenever we listen to Critical Role, it's so inspiring for us as content creators, because you stretch the boundaries of what you can do in a non-visual format that's still very visual and tells amazing stories. And as podcasters, that's what we hope to do.
Yeah.
So yeah,
check it out.
It's really inspiring, even outside of like fandom kind of things.
Yeah. Is there a website, Twitter? Give me everything.
Okay.
Give them everything.
All right, I don't even know where to look, because you said me and then them, and now I'm confused. Good job.
Just pick a camera, and we'll make Denise.
I'm just
we'll
gonna
make
stare
Denise do
at
it.
you.
Stare at me. Do it.
So our Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
Our Twitter is Fan Friction Film. Our YouTube is Fan Friction Films.
Again, but more slowlier.
Fan
More slowlier.
Friction Films. Yeah. No. That's basically where you can find us. This is.
Damn you, Twitter, for not letting the films.
Wait, no. We have a Tumblr too, and that's just Fan Friction.
Okay.
But Fan Friction Films as an entity is a lot more than like just any one of us or like any group of us.
Right.
It is something that the four of us in the front row here put together because we wanted to work on projects with other people in a way that allowed everybody to bring something to the table.
That's
and
cool.
and do something unique and different. It wasn't just photography or whatever.
Yeah.
So you can find all of us as a group on Fan Friction Films, Fan Friction Film, or just Fan Friction if you Google hard enough.
Google hard.
But like all the links to our individual social media
Yeah.
and stuff, I tweeted out links to everybody's Twitters.
And you're all tagged in our photo, I think, too, or anybody that's on Twitter is tagged in our photo that we tweeted out from Todd.
Yeah. So we're all around, and we're a friendly bunch.
Yes,
So,
I can attest to that, minus Elizabeth.
Yeah,
who threatened my life. I'm kidding.
And as I said, this is just the start for us. We have so many ideas that are battling for time and attention and money. And so we're always looking to meet new people. We see this as a social endeavor where we can expand our circle and meet other cool people who have great ideas and work with them. So we're very open about collaboration. And if you want to work with us, just hit us up anytime.
Find him at WonderCon.
yeah, we'll be there. So again, look for the van.
Yeah.
Get in it.
Don't look for the van.
Don't ask any questions.
Look for the van. Don't look for the van. Okay, it's time to play the music video you guys worked so hard on.
Really hope
We're
you
gonna
enjoy it,
debut it for
guys.
thousands of people.
Oh boy.
Give me into that camera right there, number 2. Give me your best toss to the video as my co-host for the evening.
Guys, it's time for a critical hit.
Hit it, Denise. Thank you, guys.
It's time to start fashion hack. They keep on dissing me, but no dexterity. Wait until they hear the chorus. Sooner or later, the dice land on the table. You know that's what fables are made of. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. This is a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Oh yeah, it's a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. It's a critical hit. Now it's wall to wall, watch your foes are falling, but it's time to pause, cause Mother Nature's calling. I'll be back in a second, and I'll continue the reckoning. They will still be waiting for us, and the pressure grows to make a save and throw, to introduce some move, we turn the lights down low. My armor's exposed, I'm getting full of holes. Think I need another chorus. Sooner or later, the dice land on the table. You know that's what fables are made of. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. This is a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Oh yeah, it's a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. It's critical. That ain't how we roll. Oh no, it ain't stolen. We on a roll. Hey, we on a rollin'. That ain't how we roll. Oh no, it ain't stolen. We on a roll. Hey, we on a rollin'. Sooner or later, the dice land on the table. You know that's what fables are made of. Oh yeah, it's a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. This is a critical hit. My main man did double damage with it. Oh yeah, it's a critical hit. My main man did double damage. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. It's critical. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. This is a critical hit. Oh yeah, it's a critical hit. Everybody sing, oh yeah, it's a critical hit. It's critical. That ain't how we roll. Oh no, it ain't stolen. We on a roll. Hey, we on a rollin'. That ain't how we roll. Oh no, it ain't stolen. We on a roll. Hey, we on a
That was amazing. Well done, guys. Well done. Well done. Well done. Well done. And you guys are going to stick around and talk about episode 91 with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got a lot of questions. We have.
Max's chagrin because we decided that 30 seconds ago.
Hey, that's okay.
Hey, don't stay.
We know how to adjust on the fly on the internet.
Yeah, we're cool. We're a thrifty production.
Yeah, we know how to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like we should be doing some sort of marriage dating game type show with just the two of you on from the cast. What's Matt's
know.
least favorite color?
Guys.
Well,
Wait, so if one of us answers and Marisha doesn't.
Oh, is this like, oh
we have a
shit.
problem.
Then we have a
we don't have to do trivia.
Is this like that weird game show from the UK in the 70s? What was it? The Secretary versus
Oh, that
the
was
wife
in the UK.
one?
That was here in America, and that was Three's a Crowd, and it was one of the worst
Three's a
ideas
Crowd!
ever.
Oh,
That
yeah.
show is
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
But anyway.
What a weird concept for a show.
Yeah, no.
Well, let's talk about episode 91.
Yes.
Okay.
Wonderkin.
Wonderkin.
We're going to talk about a little bit about episode 92.
Yes.
Then we're going to take questions from the audience. If you're going to ask a question at WonderCon, just as an aside, how everyone became voice actors has been answered on the internet. How long Critical Role has been on? It's been answered on the internet. When is Critical Role? There's a whole website for it.
Yeah.
So just think up some really juicy ones and bring them in.
It's true.
Marisha, first question is for you.
Man, I always get so nervous when you say my name.
Well,
I think that's just the effect you have on,
On
me.
women?
On women, yeah.
A couple weeks ago, Laura was on the show. She said I should grow out my beard again. I said, oh, the women chase me in the street when I have the beard, the men chase me in the street. Someone tweeted at me, I think it was Tuck, Danny. Someone tweeted at me and said, the only women chasing you are the ones whose purses you've stolen.
That's beautiful.
That's amazing.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
I sent it to Ash and she was like, again?
Yeah.
Eli Margolis.
Eli Margolis.
Eli, Marisha. What's it like talking to Matt as one of his NPCs, specifically Corin?
I don't know. I feel like we do a pretty good job at like the actor separation. Like, I don't know, I have the same filter that everyone else does, where once the NPC hat goes on, my fiance goes away.
Yeah, the daddy issues don't meander into the relationship.
No, not at all.
That is not a thing.
Legit.
That's not a thing, right?
That
That's
is not a thing.
Okay, good. I feel better.
Well, there goes my follow-ups.
But yeah, no. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're able to separate church
Yeah.
and state.
I feel like we do pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
Better than some other names.
Known for my examples.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yes. Hi.
This is from Scuffface.
Scuffface. Hi, Scuffface.
That's what my mom used to call me.
I was supposed to say, don't call yourself that, Scuffface.
Yeah, that's okay. I think people are starting to change their names to fuck with me. We're gonna get to some interesting shit later.
This excites me on many levels.
Of course it does. You sadist. Matt, do you practice impressions for every cast member from time to time so you can NPC them if needed, or do you just go with it on the fly like Tyrion in last episode?
I don't. I should. That would be a much better use of my time to prepare for an episode. But usually I forget. Thankfully, we have a great cast and great guests and stuff. So when I have to,
And great scripts.
Well, great scripts.
Great
They're
scripts.
fantastic.
Great
We got
scripts,
them written weeks in advance, and we've all studied nice hard for them.
Shout out to all of our writers.
Yeah, our writing team is fantastic.
Steve
you guys
Jaros,
are great.
Matt Colville,
Yeah.
thanks guys.
What about
Thank you
me?
guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
just-
ghostwriter.
Yeah.
Ghostwriter.
No,
Remember
we already
talked
announced he
about
was a
this,
writer.
man.
I write the jokes.
Yeah.
I write
You
all the jokes
you
on
write
the show.
these. Come on.
But no, it's a testament to the players.
Yeah.
They have such established and very strong characterization that while it's not a perfect impression, I can pick up on certain elements of it and try and fumble my way through it by the end of the episode and hope I didn't piss them off or do anything that was too far from what they would have done.
You did good.
I try.
Yeah.
I love Pike. I love when you do Pike.
It's so cute.
Is that a thing?
Makes me want to kiss you more than I already do. Marisha, we're not close enough to do our usual footsies either.
I can do it. There we go.
Okay, there we go. We got
perfect.
it. We got it. Okay. Anyway.
That's for you, Internet.
That's for you. That's for you, Tumblr, all my darlings. Marisha, Uncle Luke wants to know, you've said that you see...
Luke. Sorry.
I said his name already. He's my uncle. Let me ask the question. It's not my uncle.
Uncle Luke.
My uncle lives in Tulsa, actually. Not a joke. My uncle lives in Tulsa.
No one cares.
At least he was
These two care
institutionalized
so
there
much.
in the 80s.
We care a whole lot.
They're Tulsa people.
People from Oklahoma love
Tulsa
Oklahoma.
people.
We care a lot.
They have a cutting board shaped like Oklahoma.
Wow, that is a cutting board shaped like Oklahoma?
Andre, I'm so sorry.
That's some Texas level enjoyment.
I was just going to say, what are you, from Texas?
I also have socks.
Well, I have socks too.
That's one of those deep level fun facts that you give a police detective if she comes
I'm
up
so
missing.
sorry. I didn't mean to derail this, but you brought up Oklahoma. You gave me a chance to air the dirtiest bit of laundry I have on them, and I have been waiting to do this.
Look, any state that can give us the flaming lips, I'm happy about. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm down with that.
Exactly.
Just saying.
Plus,
Another fun fact.
this whole show is just us giving each other
about
shit. So
Oklahoma.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of, it fits in. You guys I want to have you guys here every week.
True.
Sadly, we can't afford it.
So Uncle Luke.
Marisha, Uncle Luke wants to know,
Yep.
what is your cutting board shaped like? You've said that you see Keyleth moving towards a true neutral view of life. Does this reflect your take on the old school, first edition balance-seeking druids, or are you inspired by something else, and is it poison ivy?
It's not poison ivy.
Sorry,
no.
Uncle Luke.
Yeah, definitely kind of, I feel like reverting back to that old school first edition type of true neutral druid, because they kind of, nature, fucking nature, man. Nature's a dick.
I'm still new. Give me the biggest difference between kind of what the Druids were like back then versus now. Is it drastically different?
It's true neutral. Like if we're talking true old school neutral, maybe
they're
not quite that intense.
They were lawful neutral, weren't they?
No, they were
Back in the
there's
day?
lawful neutral and then there's true neutral. True neutral is just like everything needs to be in perfect balance. If the side of good and society of positivity is winning, then we have to murder some people and bring it back to balance. Like it's like everything has to be perfectly in balance.
Yeah,
and
no,
if it's too good or too evil, we have to bring it back to neutral.
No, not that. More the lawful neutral. Like, well, you know, sometimes things die, and sometimes babies are born, and you know, these are the birds and the bees. Right? Those are
that is your
Druids,
epitaph right there. That is.
There you're.
Sometimes there are babies born.
Sometimes there's a baby. You know?
Matt.
Yes, hi.
First of all, there's nothing in your mug and it's making me nervous.
I know. I finished it before we started.
I want someone to gif some object crawling out of there while you're waving it around.
It's more of a wieldable
You just felt
melee
really
weapon.
like intimidated, and we all walked on with weapons, and you're like, "Ooh, gotta protect
I wasn't even
myself."
on there. Yeah.
He's basically doing the Doc Holliday.
Yeah. I'm not.
You just need to speak into it. Mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise. Well, Matt.
Even pretending is gross.
I know.
Worried Blowfish is here with the question. I was floored by your descriptions of the city and it reminded me how well the city of Brass was introduced. When creating, it was. Sinecure?
Sinecure.
My favorite NPC. When creating and describing cities like these, what is your biggest source of inspiration? DM's guide, your own thoughts, personal experience?
I mean, if it's an existing location like the city of Dis, which doesn't just exist in D&D, it exists in the original, like Dante's journey through the Hells. Like that is a very elaborate literary history. So it's kind of a pulling from inspiration from all these different facets, and then, you know, all those paint a picture in very broad strokes. I wanted to paint a picture from a very specific standpoint of someone who steps in there. So it's not so much, you know, building an entire setting more than what you see as you get there and then expanding it as they progress further in. So for me, it's kind of deciding from the point of view of a stranger arriving in that place and then unveiling it step by step as they progress forward. So I take inspiration from all elements and then try and think of what cool ways to introduce it succinctly so I don't spend, you know, 15 minutes talking about the color of somebody's, you know, patio furniture.
Matt, we would watch and listen to you do it. That's what you don't understand.
That's the sixth layer of hell. Is
Right? People don't want to listen to me talk for 4 hours. Yes, they do. Marisha, Joe Girius wants to know. What habits does Matt have as a GM that are warning signs that danger or trickery is coming? Just
Yes,
curious.
tell me.
Yes,
I
tell me.
know.
Just curious if after such a long time you've picked up cues to read him with, despite his internet acclaimed poker face.
Tell me.
Tell him.
Yeah,
Tell him what his tells
exactly.
are.
Who are you working for, Joe Curious?
You're doing good.
And how much did he pay you?
You're doing good. Continue.
How much?
That's a no. She knows nothing. It's poker faces one.
I don't know. I feel like you've caught on to a lot of the ones that we kind of like called you on. The worst is when you're rolling a bunch of. The worst is when you hear like thunk, 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 and then he'll go thunk, thunk, and you're like,
I've seen
what
that.
the fuck was
Which
that?
any
What
GM
was-
worth their salt knows
was
that you
that?
need to just roll randomly for no reason.
We are
Oh no!
off the internet.
Internet.
Well, I'm gonna go, guys. I feel like
Can I have one of these mugs? And not by have, I mean, can I just drink out of one?
Is that water in there?
It's water in there.
yeah,
Then
nobody's
yeah,
drank
go
out
for
of it.
it.
Have them,
Yes, absolutely.
Hey, can we?
Can
hey,
we fly some waters in?
can we fly some waters in for
and
our
some more of
our
Ryan's
guests that
red wine?
Our oh, that's totally. Thank you so much. Sorry, guys. I know it's hot under the lights too. And yep.
This is so like noisy and loud.
Oh, we are.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Oh, thanks for letting us know. We're still live on Alpha.
Oh, hi Alpha.
Cool.
Well, Alpha.
I love that as I'm totally like, let me fix my hair in the vanity monitor while I have a fucking minute while no one's watching.
I know. Sorry it's so hot, guys.
Hey,
This is like
It's
the first
hotter
time
the closer you're to
alphas
Matt.
worked and Twitch hasn't.
This is true.
That's true. Oh my god.
Yeah, we warned people that Twitch was having.
wow.
We warned people that Twitch was having it.
Yeah.
I feel like you
So
invited
great.
us on and didn't like expect us to come here like guns blazing. I don't know.
Matt.
It's what we would expect from our fans.
Yeah.
It makes me proud. I'm like, yeah, these are our people.
We are back
These are
on
our
the internet.
people.
Please tell everyone in chat to refresh. If you can, tell people in chat, tell your friends, refresh if they can't see us. Tell
Relax.
Denise says relax, guys.
It's all good. Guys.
Relax.
It's good.
Sailing takes me away to where I'm always heard.
that happened.
Matt,
Yes, hi.
question for you from Uncle Lucasbeck. One for Marisha, one for you. When you were playing Pike, you had her ask Vox Machina explicitly to not go to any crazy hell-type places. Did you wonder if they'd be able to delay the HOTUS hunt till blind spot hit break? Did you expect some other errands to take longer?
I had no expectations. At that moment, I was just thinking as Pike. Like, there is a GM mind that says, okay, this would be the easiest structure to go about, and then there's the NPC mind, which you're just thinking in the personality of the character. They don't always talk. They don't always communicate back and forth, which ends up sometimes fucking me, but that's okay. That's a circumstance where Pike would have said that.
Yeah.
And
Good to know, by the way.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And the weird offhand chance that she could have been here for would have been great, but you know, Blind Spot is a successful show that keeps her cleric away.
Here's on the National Broadcasting Corporation.
Yes, it does. So we miss her. We're looking forward to her coming back and the party explaining how they went to the hell without her.
Because when you say those things, like where you're like, oh, is this a hint? We dissect everything you say.
I know.
Yeah, but he's also king of misdirection and lies and deception. So you
I
can't.
know.
He's obviously trying to. You know what I noticed? Going back to that question about, there's something you do, and I don't know what it represents yet. But sometimes when someone says, "Oh, I want to do this," Matt will go, "Okay."
Yes. Yeah. And then.
What is that? I'm terrified of that.
Well, generally it means it's
Okay.
it's kind of crazy. It's kind of a crazy idea. So you don't know if he's impressed or just patronizing us.
Interesting.
It's
It's
hard
never
to fucking
patronizing.
say.
It's never patronizing. I will say, as a GM, your half of your mental bandwidth is geared towards listening. The other half is trying to come up with what possibilities might come from what you're hearing, so you can prepare. And so in my brain, I'll be listening to you guys going, okay, maybe they'll do this, maybe they'll do this. This is a possibility. And then more often than not, you guys will do something that's completely out of left field, and that's me going, okay, me just scrap everything I was concentrating on, and we're going this direction. So that's all that really is.
Matt's version of closing the binder
Yep.
and sliding it aside. Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
I guess we're in this area now. Well, guys, it's my favorite part of the show, where we give out free shit. Each week, you critters capture hilarious and/or awesome moments from the show, make awesome gifts. We like to feature them for our gift of the week.
Gift of the week.
It's the gift of the
Yeah.
gift of the week.
This week's winner was sent in by Brian Sherrill, aka Quantum Jester on Twitch. Let's take a look, Denise. What may I call you? You may call me Ipkish. What may I call you? Freddie will do for now. Greg. Freddie and Greg. There it is. There it is. Yes. Oh man, that's great.
I was not
We're
prepared.
gonna ancient credits in the video. Freddie and Greg.
Freddie and Greg.
I was not prepared.
That was so good.
That caught me. Yeah. Damn it. Those. You
They're
guys.
good. They're on it. They're on it.
I'm trying so hard to stay on.
No, you can't. Not with the internet as smart as they are.
This is true.
Not with people like Brian and Mobius out there. I think Mobius is like anonymous.
Mobius has already transcended to full digital.
When I went to the
true.
Critter store, I still found that Critter store up in Montrose. It's just a store called Critters, and so I tweeted a picture. I was like, "Oh, you can sell critters here." And then somebody was like, "Oh, what?" And so I wrote someone back, and I said, "I found out that one Arsqueef is worth 2 Abernathy's, but you don't fuck with Mobius." Thank you to everyone who submitted, and congrats to you, Brian. Great name, great spelling. For that, you will be winning this Critical Role hat and dice.
Well done, Brian.
Moving on. Up next,
What's next, Brian?
Marisha.
Yes.
Question for you from Rabe Darkin. Were you surprised that VM listened to Keyleth about the scouting plan versus taking the contract? Did Keyleth make note of Vax's support?
Keyleth is always surprised when they just go with her shit. Yeah. I don't know if she'll ever get used to that.
Because she's not really fully convinced that her ideas are great, so why would anyone hop on it? Yeah.
Exactly.
It makes for interesting.
Yeah, she's definitely that guy in the back of the room that's like, I think jumping off a cliff would be a good idea. And everyone's like, actually, Steve, that's a good point. And she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Didn't think anyone was actually listening this whole time. So, but no, and yeah, she's like, she knows that like Vax has been one of her main cheerleaders, and then like, and Vex's like newfound support, and so it's kind of been crazy. I feel a little bit like, you are the voice of the Tempest. Go lead your people. Go talk a lot and be good at it right now. And I'm like, oh, jeez, no, they all think there's pressure.
I think it's so funny though, because it's so, I can pretty easily tell when you're doing Keyleth versus you.
Sure.
Typically because it's your turn.
Yeah.
That's a good indicator.
But I still like, Matt taught me all about D&D.
Yeah, I know.
He was like, now when I say Keyleth, I'm talking to Marisha.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, okay. Took a long time to get me ready for this
Like
game.
months. It was.
Yeah, we were gonna do this show after episode 2.
Yeah, I was.
Matt, Cadillac wants to know.
Cadillac? Oh, it's beautiful. I love you
What
guys.
city do you see as more, I was thinking about this when I saw the episode. What city do you see as more dangerous for your average person to traverse? City of Brass or City of Dis? For your average person to traverse.
For your average person,
Yeah.
they're both pretty horrible. I mean, pretty horrible. I would say City of Brass can get you killed. City of Dis can get you doomed for all of eternity, or locked away in a prison until you're slowly tortured to corruption and then killed so your soul is then damned for eternity, or used as a sort of source of torturous soul meagerlings or a source of energy. So I'd say Dis is probably overall, in the long run, a little worse. City of Brass is maybe a little harder to maneuver, since it is an open, kind of, oh, you look like you're unattended, you're now mine. Whereas City Dis is more like, you look unattended, and let me see if we can become friends and how I can turn you to my side.
That's terrifying. That's the long game.
Yeah.
City of Brass is more like martial law. City of Dis is more
Martial math.
like just moved to LA to become an actor.
Yeah. Oh,
Everyone's like, hey,
yeah.
hey, no, come, we'll get you hooked up with an agency.
got a good
Great.
deal for you.
Yeah.
My friends will have you out for drinks. We'll show you to some producers, and then all of a sudden,
I know I can.
You turn into
I can get you work, man.
yeah, and then you
I
become a
know I can
Lifetime
get you
movie.
work.
That's kind of what
Yeah, I
it is.
know. That's how I got
And then
my.
you become a Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
So LA is officially City of Dis. Heard it here first.
Basically, yeah.
Okay,
No,
cool.
that is the,
We live in hell.
the second layer. I just want to specify.
Second layer. What's worse?
Have you ever been to
Van Nuys.
You ever
The
been-
Valley. Yeah.
You ever been
The
to a
Valley's
place
like the
called?
fourth layer of
You ever been to a place
Pacoima.
called Bakersfield? Yeah.
Fresno's like 8th level.
Yeah. Hey, be nice.
Sorry, Fresno folks.
I'm near there. I'm from near there. I'm not near there.
You're near there right
I
now.
have no emotional attachment.
I'm
I
not
don't
physically
care.
here right now. I'm projecting my image from near Fresno to be on this show.
All right. We got to keep going.
Yeah,
I'm getting evil eyes from the cap pitting executive.
Oh.
Marisha Tiamat Z6 is here.
Oh, hi, Tiamat.
Hi, Tiamat. Crazy dragon with 5 heads. 5 heads? 6 heads? 5 heads? 5 heads.
5 heads.
5 heads. Do you think
Sixth
Keyleth...
one's silent. Sorry. Continue, please.
That joke was dumb enough to be mine.
I know.
That joke was dumb enough to be from my stupid ass.
Sorry for all of you.
Oh, you got me, dude.
That was totally a Brian Foster
Yeah, I
joke.
know. I feel bad now.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to take a shower.
Hey. Okay, who the fuck? Okay, Tiamat asked the question. Do you think Keyleth might have gotten in over her head trying to deal with those 2 creeps alone, especially since, even if she tries to call for backup, the others, aside from Percy and Grog, who did not get an alter self from Tiri, are not disguised?
I mean, like, we're Vox Machina. We're always in over our heads. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We were in over our 9 heads the minute we decided to go, yeah, let's go to the city of Dis.
Right.
Look, man. Look. I'm a badass. All right?
Now.
I'm level 17, bitches.
Well, everybody's
I got
level
this shit
17
on lock.
except Terry, right? Terry's 14.
Yeah.
I'm a level 17 druid, bitches.
Technically, Terry's like level 3, but with his equipment on makes him the equivalent of level 14.
Oh my god.
That's kind of how he worked it out.
Oh my god.
That's bananas.
Is that kind of how like a dude who's sort of maybe kind of average looking, but if he drives a really nice car, say like a Datsun,
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that one.
He goes up to like a 9 or 10.
Oh.
I gotta get a new car. Zombie Caddy. That's a great one.
Zombie Caddy.
Matt, no, we don't choose the questions based on the screen names people think we do. It's literally just the good questions. Sometimes it's the screen names. For Matt, as a DM, how can I get my players more comfortable with all the ability checks? I am maybe 8 sessions in, they still never insight check or perception check, and I feel it gives me an unfair advantage. Any help?
I would recommend, it's okay to remind the players sometimes, you know, on maybe an innocuous situation or present an NPC where the lying won't have dire consequences for them per se, and you can be like, by the way, guys, you can insight check these characters to see if you don't trust them or to see if you get a feel for whether or not they're telling the truth. So don't be afraid to nudge them until they start getting used to it. And if that doesn't work, then have them introduce an NPC that royally fucks them over and has been lying to their face and then gloats about it afterward. You had no idea! And they'll be like, we're gonna insight check every motherfucker that crosses our path from here on out. And then you have Vox Machina.
I was just saying,
paranoid now, don't trust anybody.
Nothing is a better teacher than trauma.
It's true, yeah. So you can ease them into it, suggest them, you don't have to, handhold them a little bit, so just remind them that it's a possibility, so that when it does happen once, and they do catch that one person in a lie before it ends up, biting them in the ass, that's really what gets the party interested in doing that more often.
I noticed Laura does it a lot. So she's
In
smart.
real life,
She's smart
like
about
in the game too.
She's smart about remembering too. So who did you create to fuck her over? I know.
Been
right?
a number of characters actually.
Yeah, her problem is objects.
All of Vox Machina's problem are objects.
Right.
Doors
Doors,
specifically.
brooms.
Yeah, it's just an issue, man.
Little cylinders hidden deep beneath the
white stone.
Rocks with souls in them.
Souls with them.
Supposed to be a little midnight snack.
Marisha.
Yeah.
No, we're gonna skip 11, Denise. 13. Moogle Fish wants to know what extent is Keyleth unsure about making deals with devils?
She is unsure with making deals with devils to the extent that everyone else is unsure with making deals with devils.
Right, probably not a lot of experience necessarily
Also,
outside of
the whole
adventure.
devil part and then the contract part being a close runner-up in a big deal in that sentence.
Yeah.
Little uneasy. Yeah, about that.
But you just said you're a badass, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I really don't want to try not to, but what if we make the deals?
Guess we'll see this next episode.
Ooh. Cold Stone Poker Face.
Yep.
Matt and Marisha, this question's for both of you. Oh, Jesus, God in heaven. Egregious Nipples would like to know.
That's an amazing
yeah.
This question was sent in by Brandon's Nipples.
You make Cord proud. That's a D6 for Diamond Cutter over there.
Yeah.
Awards for best username. Because,
We're gonna have to, because
this is getting pretty good.
They're getting insane.
He's dual wielding over there. Look at that shit.
He's dual wielding. Oh my God, I love this so much.
You should be proud.
I love this so much.
This is amazing.
Can you guys just be there, sitting there for
I know.
They're just gonna become part of the set.
You
just
can.
stare
I'm
at
okay
you
with
and
this.
heckle you.
It kind of totally feels like there are Andy via Conan.
Yeah, there are Andy Richter.
There are
Yeah.
Andy Richter.
Minus
the
the,
collective Andy.
the
You guys are the collective
collective
Andy. I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with it too.
We're all
Great.
Andy now.
Yeah, we're all Andy now.
Just remember, we don't offer health insurance.
Neither does the rest of Fillmore.
I know, it's true. Egregious Nipples. Back to the egregious nipples.
Sorry.
I don't want to get any angry, egregious nipple tweets later. Any advice for someone who is trying to play a high charisma character, but their real life charisma is just not?
That it's for one thing, I think that's a great challenge. For me, personally, I was a much more awkward person when I was younger, and kind of leaning into charismatic characters helped me be more comfortable with public speaking and interacting with people. And that's part of one of the many various therapeutic things tabletop role-playing games offer, the ability to play outside of your comfort zone and thus become more comfortable in those spaces. So, I mean, recommendations would be spend some time beforehand to write up some fun, charismatic phrases. Come up with some catchphrases for your character that would be comfortable, that you think would work well, or certain words that you know would sound more grandiose as a charismatic character.
I just thought of him, the Meat Man.
Like the Meat Man.
Like the Meat Man.
Totally.
But you know, coming up with short phrases that you can either repurpose or use directly in a situation that would be like if you were to interact with some sort of a high-level military or political individual in a campaign, you could write out a phrase that says like, "Good day to you, my good sir. I present myself humbly before you as your majestic servant. My name is such." That can be used in so many different ways, and that type of dialogue can just get you more comfortable in speaking that flowery, charismatic speech. And a lot of it is just experience and time. Like, there was no trick to it. You just have to kind of make the intent choice to try more and step out of that comfort zone and fail and be okay with failing, like you said earlier, like with cosplay and so many things in life. You can't be afraid to fail because you learn from that and you grow to be a stronger person, a more experienced person, and a more confident person because of that.
I agree.
And that works same when it comes to charismatic characters.
Well, I think I can safely speak for all of us, because we're all nerds in costumes, that we were very awkward when we were younger and very uncomfortable being in front of people. And nothing helps with that like portraying a character who's very confident and very charismatic, and going to a convention where people want to talk to you and realizing like, I have to be that person. And the pressure and the practice helps you step up and learn how to be that kind of person if that's what you want to be.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great advice.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah, I was going to say, to quote
Neil
Gaiman once said, if there's someone you want to be or someone you want to emulate, think of someone who is good at that thing that you want to be good at, and just do what they would do. It's one of my favorite Neil Gaiman quotes. Just think of someone who's good at it, and then just act as they would act.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that's a very simplified way, but not entirely wrong.
No, not entirely in this context. I could see how that would work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard, and sometimes people aren't good talkers. So, like, in addition
Like me?
to like Brian
We're gonna
over
talk
here,
about that.
Perpetually drunk?
Yeah, he's learning to read via teleprompter.
Yeah.
He's doing great, by the way.
Paper.
Doing so well.
Paper. I know. Much better than I am.
You know?
Too about learning to read.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
amazing. You
I want to
know.
talk to Pike about that. I think she's probably a better source.
Well, we gotta.
We've been working on it.
Yeah, I know. That was one of my favorite moments.
Just the letter G.
That was one of my favorite moments. That was my favorite. Was that Jaros?
So cute.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we've got to give away, in addition to our gift of the week, you the fans send in incredible fan art from moments during Critical Role. We like to reward you for those as well. It's time for fan art of the week. Denise.
Fan art of the week. Fan art of the week, babe.
This week's winner is Bruno Wright, aka Lorverth on Twitter. Let's take a look, Denise. Yeah. I love this one. The gang's all there. Yeah, he's facing beachward.
Is he counting seagulls still?
Yeah, so good.
That's so good.
I love this. It's like the whole group. There's not often that we get art of the whole
I
group,
know.
including the DM.
I know. Well, the Wormwood prizes are stepping up, so we've stepped up the requirements for the art. We're being very scrutinous.
You nailed
What's the word?
got it.
Scrutitious.
All
Sure.
of those.
The word is Port Orford Cedar Dice Box. That's what you're winning, Bruno.
It's beautiful. Look at
How
that.
great is this? I put it together myself because I'm an expert now at the Wormwoods from my home game. This one smells fucking amazing. Smell that.
it?
It's Port
Oh,
Orford
it does.
Cedar. Yeah, it's cedar, so you can literally smell it.
So this box is special because it's been smelled by the
Been
cast.
smelled by the cast of Critical Role.
By the cast of Critical Role.
It does actually smell really good.
While we
actually
pass
really
that
good.
around for smelling, please make sure to check out our friends at Wormwood Gaming, Wormwood Gaming on Twitter, or wormwoodgaming.com. Huge thank you to them. Thank you to Bruno for
It's just a bunch of
sponsoring
people
our
smelling
fan art of the week contest. Now,
yeah, we paid for this.
there won't be a fan art and gift contest next week's show due to our WonderCon hearing. Well, we'll give you an opportunity to win the week after. Moving on. No D&D game would be complete without everyone's own version of Don't Taunt the DM. Every once in a while, the Critical Role cast pushes Matt to his limits. Sometimes he pushes back. For us, we like to call that Lord have mercy.
Oh no, what happened? What is this?
Any other phrases?
I mean, maybe like a yes and a no. And then we'll totally leave you to your work because I feel like I've totally interrupted like your flow, and I'm so sorry.
I thought, so it's okay.
Yeah.
You're allowed to. You're the voice of the Tempest. For goodness sake.
Doesn't excuse me from human decency.
Fair enough. Yes, or an acknowledgement is more of a yai.
Yay.
Yai.
Yay. Is
Episode
that right?
91, where we forced Matt to make up an entire language on the spot.
Yeah, thanks guys.
This is so
Yai.
wonderfully Dr. Doolittle.
Equals yes.
Nice.
Yay.
Nice.
And then
Nern.
Wait for it.
Ermagerd.
Sure, that's it now, guys.
No! Damn it,
There you
Liam.
go.
No,
I'm right.
no,
there.
it's not. No, come on, really?
No,
he is not.
Ermagerd.
Oh my god.
I hate you.
That's canon.
This is fair. Ermagerd.
What's that, Mr. What's that, Mr. Disco? Who do you have?
I just love Laura yelling, "That's canon!"
I know.
I just, there are subtle ways that a dungeon master
Takes revenge.
can take revenge on a party that won't give them a moment to finish what their thought is. And that's one. I'm glad you could enjoy that.
To be fair, I kind of thought you were just going to be like, and you take the next 10, 15 minutes or so to go over just some of the basics and
That
you
would have
take
been an
notes.
easy thing for me to do in hindsight, and I probably should have done that.
That's what I thought you were
but,
going to do. I didn't know you were going to make me ask every question of all the words that I wanted.
Sorry.
I love it. I mean,
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd. Marisha, the Netherlad.
Ooh, yeah.
Do you think, that's all I said, the Netherlad. You don't need to know. No, the Netherlad. Do you think Keyleth is starting to become / is going to be more independent after her Aramente?
Yeah, she'll try and assume the roles a little bit, but I want to put it out there. I feel like everyone has these expectations that just because someone gets titled or becomes something that they expect her to have a total change in personality. And I'm kind of a believer that deep down inside people don't fully ever lose who they are deep down inside. People change. I think people do change, but she's still going to be that. I mean, she's charisma's still her lowest stat. But yeah, she'll definitely try and play the role. She feels she still has that intense sense of duty. So I think she'll try.
Yeah, especially since a lot of it's so connected to family, that stuff sticks around.
Yeah, and the responsibility and yeah.
Sticks around if your family sticks around, I wouldn't know. Pelvic thrustoid.
Pelvic thrustoid. That sounds like a Skullomania character.
Oh, wow, good pull. Matt and Marisha, if you had to send one party member into the prison under Tis, who do you think would be best fit to survive on their own down there, presumably without equipment? Denise. That's what I think. Yeah.
Oh, Denise.
She has no equipment.
Is what's at the bottom of the prison.
She fits
She's
the
what's
question.
sealed below.
Well, Denise is a level
Menteria.
15 crafter, so she could make whatever she needed.
That's true.
She's not wrong.
Very nice.
I mean, if we're talking about survival, Keyleth can just plain shift out, but without a.
That's no fun.
Well, no, without any equipment, you couldn't because you need the material
Oh,
components.
yeah.
You need the tuning rod for it. So.
Oh, are we talking new Conan just dropped in the world naked style? We are naked in that prison?
Like floppy Conan Dick Keyleth
For like
is
fucking
naked.
a giant dick.
Yeah. In the prison. Oh man.
Giant dick in the prison.
I
A memoir.
guess I still have my bee shaping stuff though, so I can still bee shape
more
until
art.
a cockroach and get out.
That's true. Weirdly, I'd say probably Keyleth and Vax have the best way of escaping, of avoiding, because that's really the survival plan. Like Grog would last longer than anybody in a fight, but it would be just an endless wave of devils, and then Grog would eventually go down. Sorry. You know,
It's true.
it would be a glorious end, but it would be an end.
Yeah. Hang in there.
Yeah, Pike would also last a decent while, but she'd also be
she's holy.
she'd be
Kill the
a
holy magic.
prized capture because of her divine nature and her connection with Saren Ray. They would relish the chance to slowly corrupt you over time in the prison.
It also seems like Vax would be a prime capture though, the way we're kind of
He would be, but
alluding to it.
But Pike doesn't have the same
more so.
escape methods as Vax does. Vax is predominantly about speed, stealth, just staying out of sight and unlocking and finding ways out, traps, everything. Like a rogue specifically is designed to be a class that does well if it is solo or in a situation where it's trying to avoid. That's kind of one of the strengths of the class.
Yeah. That was half up. Hey.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Much better. First one, more in character, to be honest. That's much more of an actual Vax Keyleth high five.
It's not hard because I'm actually a fuck up in real life.
Perfect. That's why you fit in with us all so well.
Machiavellian like casting scheme. There's a reason I picked the people I picked.
Interesting.
Okay, I know I said it, but that hurts.
That's what siblings are for.
Love you,
man.
Going better.
Hey,
Couch anymore.
I'm just glad I'm not going to be the one who gets beat up after the show anymore. Marisha.
Not by them.
Not by. Marisha.
Cheers.
Question from Brian's now afraid. No. Question from Pixel Recall.
Okay.
Keyleth has become a powerful Swiss Army knife of versatility. I like that example.
Yeah.
It's called metaphor. Now imagine Keyleth had to battle her doppelganger. How would she outplay her evil equal?
Yeah.
Let's see it right now.
Let's throw down right now. Bring me a pool cue.
I've had this dream.
We can go.
I've had this dream.
We left all of our weapons off to the side, though.
Oh yeah, Max took all
Do
the
we need
props.
to talk later?
Probably, yeah.
Well. This did turn into the newlywed game after all.
You guys took that in a real dark place.
You what? No.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Okay. It's fine.
New phone, who dis?
Oh my god.
Matt.
Yes.
This question comes from I smell like cabbage.
It's true.
They are making
Very
names.
funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Very funny, cousin of Arsqueef, probably. Matt, how many puns have to be told in one session before you start punishing characters in-game? Is there a specific number, or is it based on how you're feeling that day? We built this city. I was dying. Dude.
I think it depends on the day.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's somehow easier when Sam's there because he can sell a pun better than anybody. So I'm less resistant to puns from you guys. So maybe the number is about half.
Okay, I'm sitting next to you.
I know.
Pun.
We know Sam is the greatest.
At puns, yeah.
Yeah.
We know Sam's the greatest.
At puns.
I have a question.
Yes.
If there's ever a situation where Dodie is put in a place where he may have to give his life for Terry or for Vox Machina or someone, I think it would be really cool if there was like a Game of Thrones tie-in where they were like, Hody Dodie. Hody Dodie.
You're terrible.
I just want to hear everybody yell, Hody Dodie, and then see Sam. Single tear.
Hodododi.
Question for both of you from Simomo K. I've been wondering for a while, what are the titles of the other Ashari tribe leaders? Also, love you guys.
I have them written down.
Well, it was currently Corin, but I guess now Keyleth. We have Circonus for the Pyra.
I have to remember what his title is. That's not the titles of each one. There's the Heart of the Tides for Vesra.
Yeah, the titles.
Heart of the Tides. Yeah. You said the one for Circonus at one point.
Yeah, I have to look it up again.
Number of the Beast.
I think it was Flame Speaker. I think was one, or I have to go back and look again because
It was something badass.
I have to look again. But the ones you do know are Voice of the Tempest and Heart of the Tides.
Heart of the Tides, and then
There's the
Voice of the Tempest.
Yes.
I thought it was Voiced of the Temptress.
No.
We literally watched the
That's
episode
my
where you said
other
the name of
handle
the
that
one
I
from the
use on
Earth Shari
Reddit.
last night. I don't remember what it is. All I can think of is Rock Speaker, something.
Maybe. I'll double check.
But
Bro, that was
just the people, though. I think.
Yeah. I know that was one of the systems.
I bet you Andrew has it.
I could spend 5 minutes on Dropbox right now while you all quietly watch me and look it up.
Let's
Wanna
not.
do that?
Let's save that for.
You can do
Let's
it
save that
do it
for
at the break.
Talks Machina in the dark.
Yeah,
Okay.
Talks Machina in the dark.
We'll do that.
All right. Last question. Last question.
Yeah.
Last
the
question. Matt, here's one.
Yes.
This is from Mojo. This is from Mojo.
That's a lot of H's.
We have such a Mojo. It is Mojo Shoujo.
Shoujo. Thanks, Denise. In RPG. She waited till I started the question.
It was good.
In RPGs, everyone plays their own protagonist. How do you balance a game to make sure nobody gets sidelined plot-wise? Thought that was a good one to end on.
That is a good one. Well, as a GM, you have to be conscious of making sure that each player has a chance to get some time in the spotlight, and whether or not it deals with their backstory or just some of the narrative eventually comes to facilitate their strengths or their involvement. A part of your job as a GM is to field that balance, but you also have to remind the players that each person has their window, each person has their moment, and you have to some of them have to step back and wait while you get through someone's arc. Percy's arc, Whitestone, was a good, awesome, long arc, but it was a very strong, intense, kind of single beat story. Keyleth's has been little bits over time, and same with Vex and Vax. All that investment in character story is just kind of a long haul development bit. And so as a player, you have to understand that sometimes you won't be the first or the second or the third to really have that spotlight story moment, and just have faith. And if you're feeling frustrated by the inability, then express that to your GM. Be like, hey, we haven't had a chance for me to really do anything for my story stuff. Is it cool? Or, if there's any of that coming up, can I look forward to that? And then as a GM, you can be, yes, I haven't forgotten about you. That's working in soon. I didn't want to spoil anything, but don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. And if you have forgot about them, apologize and find a way to incorporate that soon. Story balance is difficult by even just a professional writer standpoint, and those mistakes happen all the time where certain characters get focused on more than others, and so just being conscious of that and trying not to let that happen. And it's okay if it does.
That's why it's hard to write an ensemble cast like our show.
Yeah.
Brian,
we'll have the writers on
ghostwriter.
eventually.
Yeah.
We'll have all the writers on eventually, and we'll break down all of the story beats and.
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame that you're bringing in outsiders before you're bringing on the writers.
I know.
Don't tell them that.
Your mistake was thinking that you were outsiders.
Oh, you meant that as menacing, but that was actually really sweet.
I did not mean that as menacing.
You're-
That's just the way I talk because I'm an idiot.
You're a confusing man, Brian.
I am a very confusing man.
You're not wrong. That's because you're
I didn't know whether to be scared or touched.
One of us for a while now.
Both.
Yeah.
Both.
Safe bet.
Although people prefer to leave out the touch part. That's all the time we have for tonight, folks.
I have one quick thing if I could announce it real
Please
fast.
announce it, Matt.
We do have a guest joining us on this next episode.
Who is it going to be?
This will be Noelle Stevenson. You may know her from Nimona, Lumberjanes, a bunch of other cool projects.
Coming this Thursday, episode 92.
This Thursday 92, possibly the one after, depending on how the story goes. We'll see. But yeah, it should be fun.
Wow. I can't wait.
Noelle.
She's
We're
awesome.
going to talk about 92 a little bit at Wonderkin.
Yes!
Wonderkin.
We'll see you there. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for tonight. Make sure to send in your questions via Twitter, Facebook, Reddit. If you're on Twitter, use the hashtag AskTalkToMachina. Also, don't forget to send in, I couldn't do it. It's the fucking hashtag. Also, don't forget to send in your gifts and fan art for our weekly contest. If you're on Alpha, stick around for Talks Machina in the Dark. If you're not, we'll be back next week with our WonderCon episode. I would like to thank my guests, forgive me. Dan's Tricks on Film, Math Precursor, and Happy National Barista Day.
You're getting good.
I know, it takes a lot of work. My name is Liam O'Brien Wayne Jody Foster. We'll see you next week for our WonderCon episode, or hopefully we'll see you at WonderCon. Until then, please, please, please don't forget to love each other, and don't remember.
Oh, so close, bud.
Why is Denise
come on.
clapping?
So close.
You got this. Close it out. Close it out.
It's almost Thursday. Good night, guys. We love you.
Woo!
Will you guys stick around?
You got this, buddy.
We're back. Talks Machina in the dark.
No.
Talks Machina after dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, we have questions from the Alpha Chat, which we
Yay.
take for this portion of the show.
Alpha Chat.
Hello, everyone. We have questions for Matt Marisha and for Fan Friction Film, sometimes films.
Sometimes, but only sometimes.
Up first, question for Marisha. What's it like seeing cosplays of Keyleth compared to how you view her in your head?
I love every single one. One of my favorite things about like seeing all the Keyleth cosplays is seeing each person's interpretation of her. And it's the same way that I feel about like the fan art as well, because like they're all our own mind cannons, head cannons. I like mind cannons.
Last week you said
Mind cannon, I think, is a level 6 ability.
Future thinky.
Last week she said, she was like,
sure
it's good to be future thinky.
Came out.
You know, you think
Mind
ahead.
cannons.
Yeah, those mind cannons.
Yeah.
More powerful than a firebolt.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what's cool about shows like this is because while Kit did the official designs, it's open to such interpretation because each character is by everyone's imagination. It's all just a narrative thing. So everyone has their own idea, their own creation of what they interpret, and that is kind of why it's so amazing to see people, in many ways, do a better job, illustrating or showing things that I imagine in my head.
And just like we dressed as our characters for the opening title sequence, so we know like how difficult and uncomfortable this shit is.
Yeah.
So every time we see someone, we're like, damn, yeah, like
feel you.
this. Yeah, like we feel you.
Well, and,
Brandon
like,
got here 3 weeks ago to start putting on that makeup.
Basically.
every time you guys add something to the character, like in canon, like every time they get a new like item
Or vestige
yeah,
or-
like something happens. It's cool as a cosplayer to have some creative freedom to do like maybe you've wanted to build something that looks like this, but you haven't had like a reason to do it before, or like B, to continue to be able to like add and evolve a costume. Like you're never really done with it.
Yeah.
And it's also nice too that there's no like true like canon version of this, because cosplay can get kind of competitive sometimes. People like
want the screen
they want the screen accurate, or they want to be the best or whatever. And with this, that's gone. It's eliminated. You can just celebrate the fact that you and somebody else both like the same
the
character
character.
enough to make this costume, and that's super
awesome.
cool.
Yeah. That's an interesting point that I never thought of, that this is like a weird cosplay where you can actually like level it up with us, which is kind of
It's the
sick.
best.
That's amazing.
You have
But-
Cabal's Ruin, like in the green room, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just telling Elizabeth before the show, like I loved the gradient butterflies
yeah, that is
she did,
so
which I
crazy.
noticed in like yeah,
Hey, girl.
yeah. Which I saw
come
that
when I
in
do
the
that,
music
people get
video.
mad?
I was like, that's so rad.
You don't have butterflies.
So cool. Yeah, it's true. They're jealous of the butterflies.
Get
That's
your
why.
own butterflies.
Yeah.
Hashtag give Ryan his butterfly. That's a thing now.
Here we go. Guys, Matt, what about, this is from Svedor.
Svedor.
What about Freddie and Greg made you break so hard?
It's hard to explain when you're so into a moment, especially like the mood setting of the hells and like the intensity of a negotiation with like really the first party's negotiation with any sort of devilish entity in a space that is so dangerous and so out of what they're used to dealing with. I was so like steeped in that moment, and it was less the Freddy was fine. It was more the Greg.
Yeah.
And the way that only Travis can do it, which
Yes.
was like still practically your name, dude. Just like even you just fucked up your O a little bit. And his matter-of-fact Travis way of saying it, it was a left hook, and I just couldn't recover.
Yeah. When you don't see the process happen in his mind, because it just comes out so fast,
Yeah.
it gets you off guard.
Yeah.
Travis has pulled a few of those. Remember on the Christmas episode when he was reading the cards and he's like, this mine says Sam lied? I was dying.
Yeah.
It was so fast. Fan friction. Oh, what a great idea. Bean Princess 19. How about any plans for a VM/Hamilton crossover music video?
You know, I suggested this.
You did? You did?
When we were looking for a song for this because we had the idea to do a video before we had the idea to use Critical Hit by No More Kings.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song in the video.
Title drop.
Hey, check them out. They're super cool, really nice guys, and really like very supportive of this whole thing.
Yeah.
But before we had that song, we knew we wanted to do a video. And we searched, seriously, collective group effort searching, like 15 hours going through Spotify and the internet,
Oh, yeah.
YouTube, Reddit, whatever. And at one point I was like, what if we just used Hamilton? And it was immediately shot down. Everyone was like, no, it's not going to be funny. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say that. I said,
Oh, who shot it down, I wonder?
I just outed myself again.
Oh, no.
Go into that closet with the cutting board.
I said that Hamilton.
Cutting board.
I want a divorce.
Oh, no. No, not on this show. Please save it till after. I
We're
get
not
enough
even married
grief.
yet.
So get married.
We're engaged.
Congrats.
hey, engaged couple.
Yeah.
Hey, you did it this time. I'm really proud.
Yeah.
We did it. Yeah.
Well done.
Look at
See, practice works.
Engagement bros.
You don't have to say what
I
it
said
is,
was
but
that
have you picked out a
Hamilton
date?
Was so much of a Hamilton was so much of a phenomenon on its.
Sorry.
You can do
Sorry.
running. Nobody cares about this anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, what date? Do you have a date?
I think we picked out a day, but it's not
November. We want fall.
Yeah.
You just, one of you said October, one of you said November.
Well, I want
We've
October.
talked about this.
There will be 2 weddings.
Anyway.
One for her, one for her. Yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Our relationship transcends pesky things like dates and numbers. We're not into that.
More esoteric dates.
I mean, we forgot about our anniversary this year. So it's not really.
Well, we did or
Mom,
we
Dad,
did? Yeah,
we
that's
love
okay.
each other
If you
a
both
lot,
forget, it's fine.
It's the cutting board.
Who gets the cutting board? Who said that, Denise? Who gets the
keeping
cutting board
Denise.
in the divorce?
Well, it's relatively squarish, so I want the panhandle.
Oh my
It
god.
looks like a knife, honestly, or like a toothbrush.
Like a butcher's knife.
I'm sure we'll see it on
looks like
Dateline at some
Oklahoma.
point.
I'm sure we're not the only people who feel this way, but after 10 years together, one day just seems arbitrary.
Yeah.
One day, no matter how fantastic, could not hold a candle to a life together, you know?
Oh, that's
sweet.
sweet.
See, when Vox Machina talks about being family, this is what we mean. Sorry. Fuck your mic!
Chat room's like, yeah, R.I.P. years.
Yeah,
Back to
now
episode
that
2.
we've made it really awkward and personal. What's the next question?
Oh, it was awesome. Thank you for sharing.
Next question is, how long have you guys been together? We're gonna
Approximately 5 minutes.
we're gonna systematically watch the end of a relationship,
We met in the parking lot.
and we saved it for Alpha.
Well, we met you on Craigslist, so it's not out of the question.
Technically, I met you on, or no, you met me on Craigslist. You found me.
That's how we met.
They're my Craigslist roommates, which I feel like explains a lot.
That's how I got my job at. That's how I got my job at Two Broke Girls was on Craigslist. You know how many broke girls are on the show now? I have a lot of trivia. There's 2.
God damn it, bro.
Guys, are there any characters? Are there any other characters? This is from Vexalia. Oh, interesting.
Hey.
Hey. I didn't know. I told you guys not to submit questions, please. Kidding. Are there any other characters from Critical Role you want to cosplay, and if so, who?
I guess up past it.
Scanlan is itching.
Scanlan,
Give
yeah.
him the mic at once.
I have developed a very deep need, like literally yesterday, to be Tiberius.
Oh, interesting.
I'm going to figure this out. If I have to glue rhinestones to my skin,
Gonna go the horns and everything.
I'll need like foot tall platform boots.
Yeah.
Make
'cause
sure
I
to
am-
use glue that's skin appropriate.
I believe in you. Context.
Yes. Not like I did.
Hot glue. Entirely hot glue.
Just pass it along.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
okay.
Are there any NPCs
I mean,
or anybody
I also
else?
cosplay Vax, so that was actually the first one that I did for the Halloween contest. And so that was really fun.
Oh, rad.
I don't know. It's a joke among my friends and I that we all like plan to cosplay all of Vox Machina at one point, like each and every character.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Does everybody pass their outfit?
I'm
I was
pretty
gonna say,
dedicated
do we have to
to
make different
I'm pretty
outfits or
dedicated
just
to Grog.
share them? Yeah. Oh my God.
I will be
I bet.
Vexalia for WonderCon in the masquerade with my Grog.
That's awesome.
There's
That's
that.
awesome. Elizabeth.
I have a cosplay habit of looking at the tallest, most masculine, manly man in anything and being like, I want to be that one, but a girl. And as I started listening to Crit Roll, I was making Keyleth, but I was making Isaac Grog going, I really, really want to be Grog.
Grog?
I want to be Femme Grog.
That would
So I want to go from like tiny slim druid to like buff girl.
Yeah,
Do it.
barbarian, man.
So yeah, maybe one day.
I
Is this
appreciate
true?
it.
It's what true?
Sorry.
Continue.
Continue. I saw a provocative question come through and it scared me.
I mean, Pike was always sort of my like one and done. Like I am Pike, she is me. But if I had to, probably Doti.
I would love
Would you put
to
on a
see
fake
it.
beard for me?
Well, now I have to be Tyrion because I love me a beard.
You just go gem shopping.
Oh man,
All the
super
gems.
excited. That's what I love. I love
boy.
rhinestoning.
Yeah,
Go to the goatee store.
Ever since the first mention of Percy, when I started watching, I pictured this fabulous like Regency coat, like very tailored with a puffy top and cravats, and not a lot of like a lot of fan art that people do is really great, but it's more fantasy, and I'm really interested in doing a super historical, minimalist kind of Percy. So I have my designs drawn up, and I'm gonna start pretty soon. So.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That is so cool.
And I am cosplaying Vex because she's the character I probably relate to the most. But Percy is my fave, and if I thought for a second I could pass, I would have been Percy, like hands down. But I like looked at my face in the mirror and was like, I don't know.
That should
So-
stop
I
you,
do
though.
that every day.
No, so I was like, I think I'm just gonna be Vex. Maybe I'll do Percy at some point.
Yeah.
But
Everybody's Percy.
everybody's
It was Percy.
That's our next video. We're all Percy.
That would be amazing. And
No mercy, Percy. Yeah.
Taliesin would be happier than I can say on this program.
It's called. You can have a lot of copies of the same character, and it's fine.
Yeah.
Buckle, it's called Kill Your Double.
It's called Someone Cast Seeming.
Oh yeah.
We should do the seaming where they all look
yeah.
like Vex and Vex.
We should do all Vex
can
and
do that.
Vex next video. Yeah. We've already got multiple Vexes and multiple
You're not-
Vexes. Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
You're not
Okay.
coming on this show with everyone dressed as Vex and Vax because I will not be able to speak. I won't be able to get
We're
the,
just gonna
the
break
thing.
in here.
We're-
All
Please.
dressed as Vex and Vax.
How do you think
I love
Denise
it.
got this job? Guys, is someone tell me if this is true? T-Boys tells me. How do you guys feel about the fact that there is a Krogan named Strongjaw Grog in Mass Effect
Yes.
Andromeda?
That is true, apparently.
Yeah.
Are you jealous that you didn't get an Easter egg, and how much money did Travis use to bribe EA?
That's a good question to ask Travis. I'm excited that there's any sort of a Critical Role Easter egg. We're discovering
stoked.
as time goes on at cartoon recording sessions, video game sessions, general industry folk of all over, people are in a critical role in places you wouldn't expect. And we have a lot of people that we're fans of that, and conversely, we found out are fans of the show. And it's been a really cool kind of experience to run into these people and have these conversations. And so, yeah, seeing Easter eggs like that starting to show up in mass media, it just feels really cool. Almost as cool as having a bunch of people dress up as your
I know.
character.
I know.
Then shoot him.
I say so.
So we it was almost. It was almost as cool. So you're saying that we are cooler than Mass Effect Andromeda?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that might be.
We're all gonna put that,
That
on
might
our
be
blogs
true.
now. Matt Mercer says we're cooler than Mass Effect.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
You cannot be trusted with this mic anymore.
Oh man, yeah, that soundbite is never going away.
Yep. That's a lot of this show. Us saying that to each other. Ask Allison. Let's see.
Allison.
Let's pick the last question of the night.
Yes, question.
If you could have, this is from Rose Artemis. Question for the cast. If you could have someone direct Vox Machina the movie, TV series, who would it be and why? And then you guys can say if you have a favorite director or something.
I would say David Milch.
Right?
Just because it would be ridiculous, filled with the right amount of curse words, and we can get Ian McShane to play everybody.
I know. Ian McShane
would
as
be
Thordak, Ian
amazing.
McShane as everyone.
I'd watch
Victor.
it. I don't care if anybody
I
else
would watch
watches
it.
I just
yeah.
want to see it.
Absolutely.
I mean, me and like
Yeah.
I feel like maybe or Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
You're doing like full-on Avengers style, like. Got a boner for Joss Whedon's writing shit.
Don't we all?
So.
Hashtag Marisha's Whedon boner.
Use the hashtag. No, please, guys.
Please don't do that.
No, I got.
That'd be rad.
Joss is a good choice because he has the good balance of like action, dramatic,
Humor.
and good humor
Yeah.
and characterization.
David
Yeah.
Fincher for me.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
we
gift.
actually have a gift for Matt.
Let's present it to him at once.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Look at this.
What the heck?
It's my dick in a box.
So yeah, this is for all
That'd be
of us.
impressive from over here.
To you.
Well, as grog.
Merry
Right?
Christmas.
Thank you guys.
Merry Christmas.
No.
What is it? What is it?
Holy shit! So in the video, they had the Raishan pinata.
Oh, is this the actual one?
They mounted
Oh my God.
That's so awesome. That's living on this set, guys. I hope you know what you did.
Yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is.
That's so good.
I can't believe you mounted it.
Goes hunting and then it like lays rats on your porch for you.
And
That
you
is
can totally
great.
see she's been feeble-minded.
Yes.
She's like, no.
The eyes weren't very crooked. That's the fixed version.
That's beautiful.
Maybe we'll put it where that weird thing is.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we can do it.
We could fill
Or
it
there's,
out.
find
there's a
it.
For
space.
sure. That thing.
That's awesome.
What?
What,
We have to
Denise?
ask Denise first?
We have to
Oh
ask
my
Denise.
God. That's all the time we have for tonight, folks. Thank you for watching Talks Machina After Dark. We will see you at WonderCon, hopefully. We're gonna go off the air, but in 10 minutes, AXYB starts at 9, back on Twitch. What?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes.
That's what I said. Why did you interrupt me? She's getting unhinged. She's become unhinged. The end is near, my friends. Denise will be roaming the streets like Jumanji. Thanks to everyone. The video game. Thank you guys so much for coming on and for dressing up and for doing this. Will you come back?
Yeah.
Will you come back? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And we'll,
Yeah, let us know. We're literally down the street.
except for Julie. Julie flew in from Florida.
Yeah, we'll fly her back out here.
Okay,
You're gonna
good.
cry my sweaty ass off this couch.
And you've just lost my privileges too.
Nope. We love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming on, Matt Marisha. I forgot about you guys. It's so hard with this beautiful array of.
You know, we're here.
We love you guys. Thank you for watching. Go back to Twitch. Watch AXYB at 9. Thank you so much. We love you. We will see you on Thursday for Critical Role.